This is Rohini Babu from Chandigarh Polytechnic College, and today we are going to discuss the phase shifting. We already discussed in our previous lecture, and now we are going to see it in details, discuss it in details. So let us start with our lecture. I'm going to share a screen with you all. Here, it's phase shift keying. As the name suggests, the phase of the carrier is varied to represent the digital data that is in form of 0 and 1 in a form of binary, and the amplitude and frequency remains constant. If the phase 0 degree to represent 0, 180 degree to represent 1, that is 2 PSK. And PSK is not susceptible to noise degradation that attacks ASK or bandwidth limitations of FSK. As the figure shows here, shown on your screen, that bit 0, the waveform will be like that. For bit 1, the phase changes of the signal starts. And if bit 0, then phase will be 0. And if there will be a bit would be 1, then the phase changes to 180 degree. And the constellation diagram is shown on your screens. Now, PSK is of many types. The first one, let us start with the fourth PSK, or we can say it as a QPSK, that is quadrature phase shift keying. In this, the phase shift in 4 degrees, that is 0, 90, 180, and 270 degrees. So on your screens, you are able to see that 2 bits of data will be used, which are known as G bit. The bits are used that are called as a d-bit. That if the d-bit will be 0, 0, then the phase angle is 0, or the degree of your phase is 0. If the d-bit is 0, 1, then the phase degree is 90 degree. If the data or d-bit will be 1, 0, then the phase angle will be 180. If it's 1, 1, then the phase angle will be shifted would be 270. So let us see on your screens that 2 bits of data will be given as a signal to the input, and the waveform will be like that. This is our first phase. For phase 2, it would be 90 degree phase shift. Phase 3, it would be 180 degree, and next one is 270, like that. The phase would be shifted, and the constellation diagram shown on your figure on your on your screens. So let us start with the 8th PSK. We can extend by varying the signals by shifts of 45 degrees instead of 90 degrees in 4 PSK. So as the name suggests, it is 8 PSK. In this, the degrees will be shifted to 45 degrees instead of 90 degree. In the previous one, that is QPSK, the degree will be of 90 degree, or phase shift will be of 90 degrees. So with 8 is equal to 2 raised to power 3 different phases. Each phase can represent 3 bit, that is tri-bit, that is known as tri-bit. In a previous one we already discussed, it is a d-bit. So for the tri-bit, the input signal in the form of 0, 0 and 0, the phase shift will be 0 degree. For 001, the phase shift will be 45. For 010, phase shift will be 90. 011, phase shift will be 135. 100, phase shift will be 180. 101, it's 225. 110, it's 270. And 111, it's 315. And your constellation diagram shows on your screens. Now, the relationship between the baud rate and bandwidth in PSK. So, minimum bandwidth will be like that on your screens. That is FC minus N baud divided by 2. And the bandwidth similar to ASK, but the data rate can be 2 times or 2 times more greater. So now we can say what will be the bandwidth of a 4 PSK when the signal transmitting at the 2000 bpsk. So transmission is in a half duplex mode. For the PSK, the baud rate is same as in bandwidth, which means the baud rate is 5000. But in 8 PSK, the bit rate is 3 times greater. So the rate will be 15,000 bps. For the PSK, the baud rate is same as the bandwidth. We all knows that, which means the baud rate will be 5,000. And in case of 8 PSK, it comes to be 3 times greater. So it comes to 15,000 Bpps. Next one is quadrature amplitude modulation. In this, a PSK is limited by the ability of the equipment to distinguish between the small differences in phases. Limits potential the data rate. In a quadrature amplitude modulation is a combination of ASK and PSK so that maximum contrast between each signal unit, that is bit, D bit, tri bit and so on, is achieved. So we can have x variations in x variations in phase and y kind of variations in our amplitude. If x into y possible variations, then greater will be the data rates. So the numerous variations will be 8 and 4 QAM. 8 4 QAM contains 1 amplitude and 4 phases. On the other hand, 8 QAM includes 2 amplitudes and 4 phases. Now starting with the 8 QAM and 16 QAM. Here we are going to take an example, that is, if we are sent a data of 101, the phase shift will be like that. 100 phase shift will be changes. Again 001 phase changes. So it's recommendations of OSL. Not all the possibilities are used in this to increase the readability of signal. Unmeasurable differences between the shifts are increased. So first example, we can say the handles noise best. It handles our noise best because of the radio phases to amplitudes. And in 16 QAM, there would be 3 amplitudes and 12 phases. And in 16, it's 4 amplitudes and 8 phases. For 16 QAM, it's 2 amplitudes and 8 phases. All are the different one because of the ratio of phases to the amplitude. So baud rate bit baud comparison. So assuming we can assume the FSK signal over a voice grade phone line can send 12,000 Bpps. It requires 1200 signal units to send 1200 bits, and each frequency shift represents the bit baud rate, that is 1200. So in the modulation scheme, the units are given on your screens. For ASK, FSK and 2PSK, units will be in bits, or bit and baud rate will be 1. And QPSK and 4 QAM, it's a D-bit. 8 PSK and QAM, it's tri-bit, it means that bits and baud would be 3. 16 QAM quad bit 4. 32 QAM pentabit, it's 5. 64 QAM, it's hexabit 6, up to so and so. If you have any queries, then you can ask me up till this point. After that, we are going to start with a bit and baud comparison example. Let us take an example, that is a constellation diagram consists of 8 equal spaced points on a circle. If the bit rate is 4800 Bpps, then what would be its baud rate? We already studied that it will be 3 times. So the constellation indicates the 8 PSK with the points 45 degree apart. Since 2 raised to power 3, that is 8, 3 bits are transmitted with each signal unit. Therefore, the baud rate will be 4800 divided by 3, and it will be 1600 baud. Now, the next example would be what would be the bit rate for 1000 baud and 16 QAM signal. So a 16 QAM signal has 4 bits per signal unit. Since log 216 is equal to 4, thus it's 1000 multiplied by 4, that is 4000 Bpps. Now we have to compute the baud rate for a 72,000 Bpps 64 QAM signal. So the signal has 6 bits per signal unit, and the log will be log 2 in 64, that is equal to 6. Therefore 72,000 divided by 6, that is 12,000 baud. So this is all for today. If you have any queries, you can ask me up.